Spencer Lazara, MMA Interviews. We are in the room of Mr. Georgi Karakhanyan, featherweight champion for World Series of Fighting, defending his belt this Saturday night live on NBC Sports. Talk about this matchup against Rick Glenn, one that was supposed to happen originally when you got the belt. Lance Palmer, of course, filled in. Now you're taking him on. He's 14-2, Rufus Sport product. Talk about the matchup.
I think the matchup is a good matchup for me. Kid has a good record, 14-2. He fought some tough fighters. I feel like he hasn't faced anyone my style, you know. But, you know, as far as fighting him in December, I know he had some family issues he had to deal with it, which I understand completely. Family first. You know, I fought Lance, and I won. I'm looking forward for this Saturday fighting Rick.
You talk about they haven't fought a guy with your skill level. There seems like there's few guys with your skill level, and I think you're coming into your own really at this point in your career and gaining fans. Is that something that you're really looking forward to doing? And of course, you talk about at the press conference getting paid.
Yeah, you know, I think when I say, you know, I'm not in the sport to be famous, I don't mean I don't want to have fans. Of course, I want to have fans, but I just mean, like, you know, there's a lot of fighters getting in the sport with one mindset to be famous, wear the tap out clothes and all that bullshit, and have 1 million Twitter followers and stuff like that. But to me, I feel like I just gotta work hard. I think with hard work, anything you could accomplish, and you know, and promote myself. And that's what I'm doing, promoting myself. And you know, just end of the day, everything's gonna pay off, and I just want to get paid what I'm worth.
It has to be nice to be in this position, though. At this point, I mean, you've put in so many years of hard work. And it seemed like there was a bit of a frustrating time maybe for you there, and now you're getting where you want to be, right?
Yeah, I put, you know, my goals are really high. So right now where I'm at, it's good, but I could still climb up more higher places. And as far as, you know, with my situation maybe in 2010, 2011, where I wasn't performing the way I'm performing right now, it's normal. I think it's with any sport, and I just stayed consistent with MMA. I trained and I was in the gym every day, and I grew as a fighter, I grew as a person, and I learned a lot, and I'm still learning because I think this game is evolving every day, and I just got to evolve with the sport.
Your jiu-jitsu and striking is really, I mean, as good as anybody's in the world, I would say. What have you done to really work on that wrestling? Because if anything was sort of the weak point of your game, maybe it would maybe be the wrestling, right?
Yeah, and I still feel like everything is not where it's supposed to be. That's why I'm training every single aspect of this game. Wrestling, of course, I worked at a lot because of my past, and you know, I'm still working on everything. You know, it's just not like I don't go into camp and just focus on one certain thing. I just try to sharpen up all my tools and be a well-rounded fighter. Maybe
it isn't even necessarily always that your wrestling isn't good enough or something. It's that you're so comfortable on your back and you feel like you can pull submissions off your back. But have you had to do like a mindset change to sort of say, okay, you know, if this isn't working out on my back and the submission isn't coming, maybe I need to do something else. I need to get up. I need to strike, things like that. Yeah, before I would go on my back, and my mindset was, okay, pure jiu-jitsu. Let's stay on my back and work this, work that. Now, what I like to do is I like to create scrambles, and out of those scrambles, I catch people. So I think that's the one thing I got good at. And you know, always attacking and not worrying what your opponent's going to do. Because every second that you worry what they're going to do, that's the time you're going to get caught or you're going to lose the fight. You talk about making money. So what would be the amount of money that you're looking to make in this sport before you retire? $10 million. Pretty good amount. I want to make as much, you know, money to buy a few properties and take care of myself and my family. You know, I own one property right now, and my goal is to buy maybe one this year, and then you know, just keep buying and paying them off and just having a comfortable life. Was there a time when you were really frustrated maybe with fighter pay coming up, with considering your skill level, and a time when you ever considered to walk away from the sport? You know what, I feel like we should get, it's gonna come to a time where we get paid the NFL money, but it takes a time. But I feel like the top fighters need to be more open about the pay scale, because there is a room for us to get paid way more than what we're making right now. Where would Georgi fit in the UFC's featherweight division? I would fit in top 5 for sure. Talk about Conor McGregor. Where does this stem from? You seems like a guy you don't like a whole lot.
Well,
And you're not the only one.
I was asked about him, my thoughts about Conor, and I just gave my honest opinion. You know, some people take it in a different way. Some people understand, but I just gave my honest opinion. I think the kid hasn't fought anybody, and he's good at opening his mouth. That's for sure. He's one thing. He's good at opening his mouth, and he's good at promoting himself. But he hasn't fought anybody in his corner. Guys like Chad Mendes, Cop Swanson. You know, he's calling Jose Aldo, this and that. But you know, I just give my honest opinion, and like I said today, I think he's a clown. He's a Irish clown.
Do you feel like it's easier sometimes for a guy like culturally, like an Irish guy like that, to sort of build his fan base and do that through chatter than it is for you, considering your background, you know, Russian, Armenian, to kind of get that side of fans maybe onto you and build it that way?
It's sad that Irish fans look up to him. It's very sad because it's not an example you want to leave for Irish fans, you know, that you could just talk and be where you're at. But I feel like his time will come, and once he fights one of those top 10 guys that he wants to fight, and he'll get his ass whooping.
He's got a tough fight against Diego Brando. How do you see that fight playing out?
I feel like if Diego stays composed and not goes crazy in the first round, he could do very well against Conor. But if he doesn't finish Conor in the first round, I feel like Conor's going to beat him in a decision or maybe a TKO. You never know.
And back to your fight now, Rick Glenn. How do you visualize this fight playing out? Do you do a lot of visualization, you know, leading up to a fight?
Yeah, I do a lot of visualization. Anytime I picture a fight in my head, I picture a 5-round war, since it's for a title, and you know, bloody and very hard fight, going back and forth. I never put in my head that this is gonna be easy knockout, easy submission, or stuff like that. So I always go in that mindset. If it comes, if it doesn't, then I'm already ready for that 5-minute rounds. And wherever the fight goes, I see myself winning anywhere.
What is your favorite stoppage? Is it a knockout? Is it a submission? And if so, which submission?
I think right now it would be a knockout. That'd be my favorite right now. But like I said, I think I'm got to be so well-rounded. If I see an opening, I got to take it.
All right. Anything else you'd like to say, sir?
Thank you for interviewing me, and thanks for Reebok for all the sponsorship. Thank you.
Always good to see this man, Georgi Karakhanyan, a Riverside product, Millennium MMA. You can watch him defend his featherweight belt this Saturday night live on NBC Sports.
Hey, this is Ariane Celeste.
This is Uriah Faber. UFC lightweight champ Anthony Showtime Pettis.
This is Dan Henderson. You're watching MMA Interviews.
MMA Interviews.
You're watching MMAinterviews.tv.